Welcome back. Mother's Day is coming up, and while it's a day of celebration for many, it can also be a day of grief for those in our community who have lost their maternal figure. Here with a mission to provide support for them is Shy Arnold from For Grieving Daughters Incorporated. Hi, Shy. Thanks for joining me.
Hi, Chelsea. It's a pleasure.
Of course. I want you to start off by telling us about For Grieving Daughters Incorporated and how you got started.
So For Grieving Daughters is an organization that we started back in 2019, and it simply started by saying, I want to host a motherless daughters brunch. My birthday always falls on Mother's Day, and sometimes with previous celebrations such as graduation, becoming a mother, it was always hard to navigate. I lost my mother when I was 10, and although I was raised by my sister and other maternal figures, the void was just always there. So I struggled, and I knew so many other women who went through this. And I knew that as I began to go on my journey of healing, that I would want to create that space for other young girls. So that's what For Grieving Daughter is. We provide support to young ladies 10 to 21 who've experienced the loss of their mom or maternal figure, such as a grandmother. We provide resources such as mentorship, life skill building, social emotional support. When we think of our young ladies, we envision them being holistically whole and getting that support and resources that they need that their mom would have provided.
Let's talk about the programs you have to offer and the different ways you provide support for the grieving young women in our community.
Yeah, so we started with a lot of events. The Motherless Daughters Brunch is our signature event that we do always a Saturday before Mother's Day, because that weekend can be very hard, and we understand that community is needed. And so we started with events, then it went into, we saw there was a big demographic of young ladies who were going into their senior year of high school and then transitioning to college or trade school. However, they were either dropping out or they were, failing, or they just needed more support. Navigating college is hard, even with parents. And the world says you become an adult at 18 and you should know all of the things. But typically who you call is mom. And if mom is not there, we want to be that support to those young girls. So that is one of our programs, to sponsor a senior, where we will follow them for 4 years, and we provide monetary support. We also provide linkages to services. We have a partnership with Best Self, where we can help them with mental health support. And then in addition to that, we are going to be announcing at the gala, so this is breaking news.
Oh, yeah.
That we will be providing a culinary program, which is called Coffee and Cornbread. And it's inspired by me just seeing the selflessness of my mother. One day, a woman who was misplaced and homeless was on our steps, and my mom just simply offered her coffee and cornbread. At the time, I didn't understand what I was witnessing, but when I got older, I began to realize that community happens over food. And so I'm excited for us to be able to learn how to cook, learn the nutritions of cooking, and most importantly, those family recipes can be passed down to build community.
That's right. So your biggest fundraiser is the brunch, correct? And that's what's coming up. Can you give us more details about what we can expect?
Yeah, so this year is the 5th year, so we decided to do a gala. And super excited. The Motherless Daughters fundraiser, we aim to raise $25,000, and that would help us with our supporting our senior girls who are navigating, as well as the culinary side of things. And then we do have some proceeds of it that also goes to our girls who are outside of program support. So if they just need, stuff for prom, or they field day, or they want to feel good about themselves, sometimes it's just, hey, I need to be in a like-minded community. And so then we can host those events. And so we are sold out.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We are sold out, and we are super excited. We have amazing sponsors and partners who has helped us facilitate this for 5 years. But you can always donate to our organization and cause. What people who are attending can expect is live music. We launched a podcast last year, and so we will be hosting a live podcast session. Also, this is our 2nd year of giving out a business grant because we believe in economic empowerment. And so when you lose your mom, that is the person who's the babysitter. That is the person you go to for career advice. That is the person who supports that first business dream or whatever. And so we want people not to be discouraged. We understand the financial setbacks that can happen sometimes when you're the caregiver of your parent. And so we want to make sure we encourage the entrepreneurs who are in our community. So we'll be providing a business grant. I'm partnering with the Go Getter Enterprise known as Adri V, who will also provide marketing support to this recipient. And so we just have a night full of surprises.
It sounds like you had so much community support, and there's that saying that goes, it takes a village.
It takes a village.
And it seems like you've really gotten your village together,
Yes.
rallying around not just you, but the young women you're trying to support.
And that's what it's about. It's about how do we be holistically whole to make sure that we get to experience life after grief, and that there's still hope, especially for these young ladies who need us. Our next generation really need us. They need to be able to call mom, and they don't have that. And so how can we be in community with them to know that they're not alone?
Beautiful. Shai, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about what you do. And viewers, if you would like to support her, the gala is coming up on Saturday at Stolop Bar. Again, those tickets are sold out for that, but you can always head to her website at forgrievingdaughters.com to donate and show support. So thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Chelsea.